Well, it all comes down to this. Two games to decide whether it's title or playoffs for Southend United. 2 points separate Southend and Chesterfield going into the final two games. It was no points heading into the final moments of the last game we played off camera. But a bit of magic has caused partly a broken chair because I celebrated like never before. Let's see if we'll be doing the same at the end of this episode. Yes, hello and welcome along to part 15 of Saving Southend with me, Daniel. I am not going to play any false confidence cards today, and we are not going to talk about too much else because we have got some big games on the horizon. We are on 101 points. Chesterfield are on 99. There are two games remaining. We are facing 8th place Fylde away from home and 5th place Hartlepool at home. Chesterfield, on the other hand, have got Halifax at home, who are in 9th, and Dartford away, who are bottom with 20 points all season. I think you can see that this one's heading to the wire. If you're looking forward to it, a day that is certain to be filled with drama, both in this save and later in the head coach as well, then please do put a thumbs up on it. But for now, we're just going to show you what's been happening, have a very quick look at our youth intake, and head straight into the final two games, because on the pitch is all that matters today. It's going to shape what happens the next year as well. So let's have a quick look at the youth intake just to get it out the way. Again, it was rated poorly, but it was actually pretty good. We got Alex Byram through as a 15-year-old striker. He is not the best finisher, but I'm looking again as a wide player. Big potential, quality for the future. Probably not as good current ability as some of the ones we had last year, albeit they've not really come on too much. But potentially a very good player nonetheless, so we'll keep an eye on him. Ian Baines, was he this year's or last year's? Pretty sure he was this year's. He's not got determination, but he's a decent player. So again, we'll keep an eye on them. No one who's immediately going to threaten our team, though. So let's have a look at the schedule, see how we've been getting on, and then we'll get straight into the games. Because the simple case has been draws galore and two defining moments. So we're unbeaten, which is good because that's great for the confidence. But we haven't really picked up many victories, just two in our last six. And we've had some really big moments. So you were with me for Gateshead and Halifax. Halifax and Dartford, the two sides Chesterfield have today. Gateshead did a number on them. We owe them big time. But against Dartford, we won by 4-1. Really easy game against a very poor side. Morehouse scored a screamer. Kingdom got one. Mooney and Cardwell as well. Then we got Yeovil at home. Battered them. Absolutely battered them. Could not put the ball in the net. 16 shots, 6 on target. 2.4 expected goals, 19 corners. 6.2 rating for both centre forwards. Against York, a 1-1 draw away from home. Look who scored the early goal against us. Of course, it was Jack Bridge. Leighton Stewart came off the bench and got the equaliser, and crucially, it got us a point. We went to 4-4-2 at half-time, and it was a mistake I made probably up to the Fleet game, which is playing the tactic that was home or away rather than our best tactic against the team. So we were coming up against 4-4-2s and I was playing the away tactic and it wasn't helping us. We did weirdly though, in the middle of this run of draws, have a game where we couldn't stop scoring. 6-1 at home to Newport, who have been relegated from the EFL and had an absolute stinker. They're 17th, they're on their third manager of the season. Cardwell and Ferry got 2 apiece, Taylor and Powell got 1. Really easy win, really easy game. Definitely one of the poorest sides we've played. Harrogate at home, a very different story. They were relegated too. They've had an awful year. Ryan Lowe has ended up going from Preston in the Championship to them in a space of a year and a half. But Harrogate held us to a 0-0 draw. And to be honest, Ndeng and D had to make a couple of big saves in that. Then came one of the frustrating moments, and the moment I thought had cost us, because we drew 3-3 away at Fleet. But have a look at one of those little icons on the right, because Harry Cardwell missed a penalty, and it wasn't any penalty. It was the 95th minute. If he'd scored that, and with our game against Oldham last time out, we would now be 4 points clear with 2 games to go. As it is, we are now 2 points clear, although I do owe a big thank you to Morehouse again, who turned up with a moment of inspiration. We were 3-2 down, he scored an absolute screamer, and to be fair, we came back from behind 3 times, so I have to give these boys credit. Against Oldham though, we had a very different kind of late show, because this time, Harry Cardwell popped up with a winner in the 94th minute. As it stood at the end of that game, we were going to be level on points with Chesterfield and separated by very little goal difference. Then Harry Cardwell pops up and we have got an advantage just because of that. Ironically, the goal that almost cost us in the end was from Barry Bagley, who we had last season at Distillery in our Build a Nation save. He's a lot better in this one, by the way. But he almost scored the goal that might have cost us. As it is, though, we go into the final 2 games and we are 2 points clear at the top of the table. We have conceded the exact same amount, but we have scored a lot more goals. The problem is they've dried up in certain games recently, and I have no idea what to expect here. Fylde, we played today, are 1 point off the playoffs. They're trying to snatch it off Ebbsfleet. Hartlepool are in there, but they can finish either 4th, 5th or 6th. Do they want home advantage in the eliminator? Is that going to be a big factor in FM? I don't know. Are they going to be resting people, Hartlepool? I don't know. But the bottom line is Chesterfield have got 2 bankers. They are playing mid-table Halifax at home, who now I don't think can make the playoffs, can they? Well, they can, but only just, and they won't. But then the final game, if it goes to that and we are not in control of our destiny, we're in trouble because they're away at Dartford, who have only avoided defeat 8 times out of 44, and quite frankly were useless when we played them. So this is going to be huge. We've lost less than Chesterfield, but we've drawn a few more. We've won the same amount. There's nothing separating us. Let's just go and get into it. 2 games to go and see who wins the National League title. Fylde away. Let's get on with it. Who's going to have the heartbreak? We'll pick our team. We'll be back in a minute to run through it. Well, there's a pretty big problem as we play this game on Monday, and I'm hoping it's going to benefit us more than our rivals because we are playing on Easter Monday. We just played the Oldham game on Good Friday, which went to the wire, and we've got our final game in 4 days' time on Friday. Look at the fitness and the people that are missing out at the bottom. There are people who are nowhere near fit. Parker, the centre-half, Cardwell, our top scorer, and then the likes of Mooney, Kensdale returning from injury, and Lone Stars, Titchmarsh and Matheson. We've also got 2 that I've kept in the lineup who are a bit tired, Kingdon and Will Ferry. And we've had 1 late transfer in March because of that injury to Kensdale. He's making his first start today. Lewis Macari comes in. He's a good young central defender. He's 23. He's out of contract in the summer. I'm keeping my eyes on him because he's got a great personality. As it stands, Kensdale is out of contract. We've also got Lomas, who's suggesting he's going to move on at the end of his contract. So what on earth do we do? This is going to be huge. We've got to get the result. Kingdon and Ferry are staying in despite not being fully fit. Our bench, I've relented and put a goalkeeper on because I'm petrified. I've also gone for versatility over quality, so Harry Taylor is on there as a centre-half and centre midfielder, rather than Noor Hussein being on there just as a midfielder. We've got Page, who's barely played since being back from his long-term injuries, Hilton, who's come into another spell of sticky form, and Leighton Stewart, who hasn't scored in 3, with Marcus Dacker's favoured up front. He hasn't scored in God knows how long, and in fact, I'm going to have a little chat with him. Criticise recent form. I've got faith in you to get back to scoring goals, and today, I need that team talk to work. This is the 11 that we've gone for in full, nowhere near full strength, but our squad depth is what we've worked on this year, and maybe ours will be better than Chesterfield and more importantly, AFC Fylde today. It's Ndeng and D between the sticks with Kingdom, Macari and Lomas the back 3, never played together before. Haynes and Scott Morris are the wing backs with the latter just returning from injury as well. Morehouse and Ear in the midfield too, Powell and Ferry out wide, and then Marcus Dacker's chance to be a hero up front. Can you deliver it? Let's go and find out. Well, some big team selection news for AFC Fylde. They've only made 1 change and are going with what must be a pretty tired squad. But Lyle Taylor is the man to drop out, an experienced pro, a man who started delivering for them now, and one who could have been part of our plans today had a Fylde not offered him $4,500 a week, which I don't begrudge him taking. As it is, he is absolutely knackered. He's out, but he's on the bench with 9 goals this year, as is Amika Obi, who of course played for us on loan last season, a 1-month emergency. Very decent player indeed. But let's have a look at their fitness because they've got 4 or 5 struggling, particularly Lewis Brown, the left centre half. So hopefully Dackers will peel onto him. He's 6 foot, he's not the best in the air. He's supposed to be fairly quick, but he's absolutely knackered. So I'm a bit surprised they haven't brought Obi in. But for us, we're not going to complain. We've just got to take advantage. We're away at a side with lots of quality. We've just got to find a way. Chesterfield's result has got to be matched. If we beat it, we could go up today, don't forget. We're starting with the ball on the left-hand side. A Lewis Lomas free kick. Plays a 1-2 with Macari and Haynes. Good ball to Ferry, who's knackered already. And it's back to the goalkeeper. Good defending. The battle of the tired is this game. As Bernard gets it at right back. Carries it forward. Up towards Roach. And now it's into the centre forward. They're in a good position here. They've got men in the middle. Macari does really well. Lomas clears. Dackers knocks it down. Long highlight, but we're on a counter now. Powell's got a man over on both sides. Goes left to Ryan Haynes. He takes on the fullback. Fouled. Good advantage played for Ferry. Cross from the left. Into the box. And Dackers taps in. The team talk worked. It was a scramble in the box. Nobody marking well. But I need to watch out for Ryan Haynes here, because if that injury's bad, we could be in trouble. At the moment, though, there's no suggestion he's got any ill effects at all. So maybe he was milking it a little. As Sona's got a corner. Straight at the other end with Fylde. Kingdon doesn't head away. And the shot's just wide from King. Bit of a warning immediately after scoring. But we're 1-0 up, and that's all I care about. Let's get the latest scores up here. We have got Chesterfield 0-0 with Halifax. Powers twisted his knee. We're going to have to make an early sub. Not the one I thought it would be, but at least Hilton's fully fit on the bench. It's a position we've got cover. And Chesterfield are matching us. They go 1-up against Halifax. Now Earings picked up a tight thigh. Question here with him playing well and not showing that he needs to come off. Do I take him off here for Harry Taylor? Or do I get through the rest of this game? And if we don't have him at the weekend, so be it. Chesterfield have doubled their lead. Goal difference isn't going to be relevant from this position because we're too far ahead. What is going to be relevant is points. And if we drop a point here and let in a goal, we could be in a spot of bother. I'm going to put Erin into the deep line playmaker role just to try and protect the amount of running he has to do. Morehouse goes box to box. And at 1-0, this game is still perilous as we've got a throw on the right with Ferry. Finds Lomas and now Macari. So far, so good from him at the back. And he plays a 1-2 with Lomas. Not the best ball. It works out to Kingdon. And now right to Scott Morris. Hilton's down the line, but Morris goes alone. Good ball in. Dackers is up. Header goes just wide. Wasn't the best effort. We could really do with getting a second here and wrapping this up. I think we might have to make a sub in a minute because there are some very tired legs. We haven't got an option really for Kingdon at 1-0. I don't want to bring Harry Taylor on yet. But I am going to bring Page on for Ferry. Haynes will go further forward. Page will go left wing back. And we'll just hope that he can survive it because he's not played much football. Was out for 4 months, then 4 weeks, then another injury as well. We're 10 to go. We're down to the bare bones and we've just got to find a way. As Bernard gets it up right back to Gordon. Inside to King. Pretty sure Halifax aren't going to help us now. We knew they were going to win their games. As Lyle Taylor is on. No. Oh, he's sending him off. Oh no. Not now. Not in the big game. Not at the biggest time. What on earth do I do from here? I've got no one who can play right wing back. Do I go 4-4-1, but we offer up so much space in the middle if we do? Oh, I'm not sure. They're taking a free kick as well. Why are you playing on? It's gone for a goal kick. Good. Right, I think our only option here, and it's not ideal, Macari can play right wing back. Harry Taylor can play centre half. I think we're going to have to do it. Who I sacrifice, I don't know. In fact, what position do you sacrifice here? No, I'm going to go 4-4-1. I'm going to go 4-4-1. I think it's the best thing to do. Macari right back. We'll have in the middle. Kingdon, Lomas, Page left back. I mean, Kingdon's knackered. Do I take him off? I'm going to. No, I'm not going to. I'm bottling it. Morehouse is going to come off for Harry Taylor. He's a proper central midfielder anyway. We'll put Erin in there as a deep line playmaker as well. We'll put Hilton on a support duty. We'll put the defenders, the fullbacks, on a defend duty. And we'll leave Dackers up front on his own, just running around and winning headers. What that means is we're going to time waste all the time. We're going to be more disciplined maybe. Slow the pace down, I don't know. Let's just get this on. We're going to slow the pace down. We're not going to counter at speed. We're basically playing a game of survival now. We are 1-0 up, 10 minutes away from home. We are down to 10 men. This is what you set up all the training drills for, isn't it? I mean, Fylde still haven't had a shot on target. And we're into the 90th minute. I'm going to drop to cautious. We've got 5 added on. Chesterfield have conceded, but they're going to win their game. And we have managed to do the same. That is a huge victory. And that might be as defining a moment as the one was previously against Oldham. To hold on for the result there is magnificent. Daka's got the goal. Most of the first team will now be fit for Friday. Chesterfield have got bottom of the league Dartford. They're going to win. But now, given our goal difference and the fact we're 2 points clear, we should just need a draw at home to Hartlepool. But after a 3-3 draw at York, we know they've got goals in them. And what tactic are we going to set up with? We'll be back in a moment to find out. We'll have no Scott Morris, we'll have no Callum Powell, and we're going to have one difficult test. Well, here we go. The biggest moment of the save so far. And it's the same old battle that it was at the end of last season in the FA Trophy final. This time is for the National League title on the final day. We are first, we're 2 points clear. We just need to get a result. John Still has relaxed me a bit in the week. He's found a couple of great young players being released again. One of them is set to join us soon, but we'll hopefully save them for a summer transfer special or to introduce them in the playoff episode. We'll wait and see which it'll be. Let's have a look then at the fixtures today. Chesterfield go to bottom of the table, Dartford. There are 82 points between them. I think that's a bit of a formality. Now, the good news is we've got 20 clear on the goal difference because that could have been a genuine threat if it were 5 or 6 today. But the good news as a result of that is that we just need a point. If we can avoid defeat at home to Hartlepool, we will be the champions and into the Football League again. The problem is, Hartlepool have beaten us in the FA Trophy. Hartlepool have given us some nightmares this season. They're playing 4-4-3. They've got our former Hemel Hempstead Town legend Samir Carruthers in midfield. They've got Disarova up front, who is one of the most potent and biggest game goal scorers you will find in the National League. This has disaster written all over it. I'm trying to stay positive. We've got 10,000 fans in. We should have everyone fit. And we're going to go for our home tactic of 4-4-2. Let's go and get our team picked. We'll be back in a minute to run through it. Well, there's no point us gambling on resting players and fitness today. Forget about worrying about the playoffs. Let's just get the job done. The problem we've got is loan players because I've got to get a goalkeeper on the bench. I'm petrified of not having one in this circumstance. And that means if we put a tired Dackers on the bench, so we've got a sub-striker, we'll have 6 on there. So I've had to leave the sub-striker off. It's almost a do you, don't you. Is it better to have a sub-goalkeeper or a sub-striker? Which position are you more likely to be in? Well, for this one, we've gone for the sub-goalkeeper. Not often I'll make that decision. We've got Kingdom playing tired at centre-half because, again, Makari can't play for the same reason. Lomas not got a great attitude and not particularly fit either. And apart from that, we've gone aggressive. We've gone attacking. We've gone on the front foot. I've gone for Ferry and Mooney on the left and left the defensive option Haynes on the substitutes bench. We've gone for Erin, who's just about fit in the middle. We've got Hilton on the right. And we've got the 2 up front. They've delivered goals this season. I could do with Stewart turning up today. But this is the 11 we've gone for in full. And Deng and D is the man in goal. Matheson and Ferry are the fullbacks, both wing-backs naturally by trade. Then Parker and Kingdon the centre-halves. We've got Titchmarsh and Erin in the middle. Hilton and Mooney out wide. And then Stewart and Cardwell up front. Please let us get a point. That's all I'm asking for today. Well, despite the significant number of draws, we have not lost a game since Hartlepool beat us in the FA Trophy in January. They've got experience in the likes of Carruthers and Michael Smith. They've got quality in the likes of Disarova and Finney in midfield as well. This is going to be a very difficult day. We know Dartford aren't going to produce the miracle, so we must get a result. We owe Hartlepool revenge. Get out there, get on the front foot, focus your minds on something other than the title push, and hopefully we won't bottle it today. We've got to see if Dartford can do something, but we've got a free kick very early, just a minute on the clock. Big crowd in to cheer us on, and it will be Will Ferry to take it. Stay on side, all of you. Big ball to the back post is what we need. Will it be an early goal? Earings up, Cardwell wins it, Hilton's in, hits the bar. Oh, massive chance. Just think how much the nerves would be settled if you could get those. Chesterfield have done exactly that. They've gone a goal up in 5 minutes. Oh, I hate this sometimes. Here they come down the left-hand side. Finney brings it away from a short free kick. And they can switch it over to the right with Michael Smith. Can we get him sent off? Can we get Mooney in behind? Carruthers breaks free, but Erin does well. Ferry picks it up at left-back. It's into Erin. Let me move the mouse. Ferry again finds Leighton Stewart. Good turn, and he's got support. Inside to Erin. Run comes from Cardwell. Peels off the defender. And Harry Cardwell. He's always the man. Top scorer in the National League last year. top scorer in the National League this year. He had a wobble earlier in the year, but we are 1-0 up. And Dartford have bloody equalised. Dartford are winning. They've scored 2 in 5 minutes. What is happening in this game? Cardwell scored again. Party time, people. Get the party poppers out. Bring the champagne in. Southend United are going to be champions. Chesterfield have equalised, but who cares? It is 2-0 to Southend in a game we need a draw. And we are playing brilliantly. Boateng loses a challenge and Matheson goes to Kingdon. 3-0, you might even get a jig out of me. Leighton Stewart's in. Get in! Get in! 3-0, champions. Southend United have got a promotion party. We are going back to the EFL. I mean, it's been tense. It's taken well over 100 points. But us two have been the dominant forces this year. Chesterfield have got the lead. They're keeping the pressure on. They're doing their bit. And to be fair to them, this will be the second year in a row that they finish second. I do genuinely hope for their sake that they get promoted because they deserve to. But Paul Cook has not quite taken us yet as Parker's got the ball at the back. It is 3-0. It's nearly half time. I don't even care what's happening in the game now. I'm having a lovely time. All of the pressure, the weight of expectation is lifted. And these boys are keeping the ball nicely. It's so professional. And it's up to Cardwell again. Can we make it 4? Cardwell's getting in behind. Hartlepool stuck in treacle. Great save by the goalkeeper. Lovely animation too. Tipped over the bar. Hartlepool 3-0 down at Southend. And to be fair, they're on the attack here with a left back. He's going to take the long throw. It's Michael Smith actually there. Fools everyone and goes short. Boateng to Burton. Oh, it has fooled us. Deflected shot in. Don't panic. Don't panic. Anyone can score a goal. It's 3-1 at half time, and that might change the team talk a little. Their first shot, it deflects in. But what a performance it's been under pressure. And to keep the lads on board, say you've done really well, but do not concede a second or I'll panic. As Ferry's got a throw on the left. The easy solution, just go and get a 4th. Ferry carries it forward again. Mooney into Cardwell. How have you missed that? How have you missed that, man? Not one of your goals will have been an easier finish than that this season. But the pressure's got to him there. For his hat-trick as well, it would have been a huge moment. Will he be able to do it in the EFL? We might not find out because at the moment, we're doing our best to throw this away. Finney goes out to Maloney. God, if I did all that partying and it's for nothing. It's 3-2. Oh, crap. Kingdon's knackered in defence. I'm going to bring Lomas on because he's struggling. We're running out of legs a bit. I mean, Hartlepool have had 2 shots in the game and they've scored them both. Cardwell struggling up front. We're going to bring on... Oh, we haven't got a striker, have we? I've just remembered. Ferry's got a free kick. Please score a 4th. Ferry puts it into Hilton. Great routine. Matheson! Luke Matheson! Second goal for the club. What a free kick routine that is. And now we can rest a couple. Mooney's going to go to the right. Hilton will come off for Haynes. And we're going to go for Morehouse for Earring, I think. Just try and go steady. Bit of fresh legs in the middle and control the game. But that should be it now. We had a bit of a wobble and a bit of a scare. But if Hartlepool score 3 from here, we don't deserve to win the title. As Bodenham has got the ball at the back to Burton. They're going from the kickoff in fairness. We could do a nick in this because if it goes 4-3 again, the nerves will be in. Certainly not the quiet finish to the season, not the cagey game we were expecting. And Hartlepool, don't forget, are still chasing 5th for home advantage in the playoffs. You can see from their away performance here why they might need that. As Andendy plays out to Ferry. He's knackered, but what a season he's had. What a signing he's been. Morehouse another finds Leighton Stewart. Cardwell's in the middle. Haynes is behind him. Morehouse again. Oh, it's in. Off the post from Jack Morehouse. Why is he such a good goal scorer? There is no explanation for it. I'm going to switch Haynes and Ferry just so we've got the fresher legs at the back. I don't understand how he scores so many goals. There's nothing to suggest that he should. But what a player he is. A brilliant performance. Chesterfield have done their bit. You've got to give them fair play. But you're not stopping us, boys. What a performance. What a season. Maloney's got it on the right. Stewart nicks it. Now can we make it a real party? Can we take the mick and score 6 or 7? Stewart gets down the left. Chance to carry it to the byline. Goes back to Cardwell. Good challenge. And now it's Hartlepool away. Why is this such an end-to-end game? We're not supposed to be this open. Samir Carruthers, a man we've seen a lot of on this channel. Back to Stevenson, and it's just wide. It should have been 5-3. I'm not sure the defences have turned up for this game, but in 4 minutes the trophy will, and that's all that matters. Dartford have got a third against Chesterfield. They're still going to win, but it's too little too late. Playoffs for them again, and a trophy for Southend United. The National League title is here, and you know what? We deserve that. We've been really good this season. Didn't need a sub-goalkeeper after all. What a performance, what a year. Southend are returning to the EFL. The first step on the journey is there, and now we get to compete in League 2. We've got a couple of young players John Still's finding already, but for now, and D will lift the National League title, and almost full Roots Hall enjoys it. It's been a brilliant season. What am I doing standing on the side there? Get me in the party. Brilliant effort. What a performance. It is Southend who win promotion. Well, obviously, due to the tense finish, we did show 2 games instead of 1, so we'll rope the end of season review into a big summer transfer special preparing for the EFL. But for now, let's have a look at the board's initial budgets which have come through. The fans, the board and everyone are thanking us. We're thrilled with that. But what are the board's budgets for next season? Because we're going up to the EFL. We've looked after them this year. Don't forget we got to the 3rd round of the FA Cup as well, albeit we were beaten there. Have you given us something to compete with? Holy hell. That's not right. No League 2 side should be getting 1.7 million. Now let me tell you this straight away, because those of you that have followed the channel for a while will know it. Those of you who are new along will not. We won't be spending that on transfers. We might spend $250,000 if we find a couple of good players, but for the most part, we want to build the club off the pitch because that gives us the longer term success. So the training facilities, the youth facilities, the recruitment, the junior coaching, those are the things we're going to be working on. Expanding our coaching team so we can improve the players that are in. That's going to be our priority. 42.5 grand a week on the wages. It sounds a lot. It's about 50% more than we've got this year. You've got to bear in mind as well that we're going to need to move some scouting budget over. Most of the players here, in fact nearly all of them, have got a 25% promotion wage rise. So half of that will be eaten up immediately. It does allow us to bring in a few players though. But I'm not going to go crazy this year. I just want to get established in our first League 2 season. You see in real life a lot of sides go up and compete anyway because the squads aren't that different. And this squad, and if Chesterfield come up as well, we'll be nowhere near the bottom next year. I'm not worried about relegation, even with this squad. So it'll be adding 3 or 4 bits of quality elsewhere, a couple of young players behind them too. And it does also come down to who we lose, because Jack Kingdon, yes, we got him that new deal, but he's still got a release clause of 350 grand. We've got the promotion one out the way, but someone's going to pay that. You look at the teams that want him, Blackburn, Millwall, Sheffield Wednesday, it's not a lot of money to those guys. The other options are Jack Earing. He's another one who came in late last season. Release clause 175 grand. If he doesn't sign a new deal, again, Oxford can probably pay it. Lewis Lomas wants to leave the club. Not sure why, but he wants to leave at the end of his deal. As it stands, Sheffield Wednesday, and for him, they must have gone down from the Championship. So we could be losing 3 or 4 star players as well. Often happens when you go up. We've got some big contractual decisions to make as well. We're losing a few star loan players, but also, do we keep Ryan Haynes, Gus Scott Morris, people like that? Lots of decisions to make. As today is the final double upload day before I unfortunately return to work. Untimely, I know. But later today and tomorrow we will have the head coach, and then on Monday at 3:30 we will return with Southend for an EFL summer transfer special. Might not even be games, just transfers, summer review, stuff we've done on and off the pitch. A big moment for the future of Southend United as we start that rise back to the top end of the EFL. If you're looking forward to that and you did enjoy this season, as Chesterfield, blimey, they pushed us all the way. And please do put a thumbs up on the video. Let me know which areas of the squad you'd be looking to improve, which positions you feel we're weakest. And next time out, we'll find out who we've brought in, who we've lost, and whether Chesterfield get promoted as well. If you want to see how we get on in our return to the EFL, then subscribe and turn that notification bell on. A reminder that after today's head coach, it will be 1 video a day from the long-term stories. They rotate each day, so the head coach Sunday at 3:30, this one Monday at 3:30, and so on and so forth from that point on. You can find all the other playlists in the eye above in the meantime. We will be live on Twitch tomorrow morning, so come and say hello there. But this is a monumental moment for the football club, and we want to get planning to make sure we don't return to this level, with the greatest of respect to the National League. I'll see you on Monday for our EFL transfer special.